What is up, everybody? It's Reverse TV here. Today, we're gonna talk about Final Fantasy 16 demo. So, this game has been caught in the crossfires of the Great Console War of 2023, apparently, because after the Xbox showcase, Sony fanboys have been super butthurt criticizing Starfield and Xbox games shown there. So, Xbox guys are firing back. So it's a big console. The console war has sparked again, pretty much. And so now they're comparing PlayStation's newest exclusive Final Fantasy 16, which I actually really enjoyed the demo. Like I know it's very taboo for Sony guys to give Xbox games credit, but as an Xbox fan myself, I actually really enjoyed the demo. I like the story so far of Final Fantasy 16. I'm probably gonna pick it up day one. It's a mixture of Final Fantasy like Devil May Cry with Game of Thrones esque with like Attack on Titan as well. So a lot of franchises I like. You could definitely see that the Final Fantasy studio was definitely inspired by these different works like Attack on Titan and Game of Thrones. It's very evident that it was inspired by those works. So I'm gonna pick it up day one, but the game is getting a lot of controversy because of the performance mode and the frames per second this game is running up. So apparently on performance mode, instead of being a locked 60, it drops to as low as I've seen like 30 into the 30 frames per second on performance mode. Like if you like standing still, you won't notice anything. It's gonna be 60 frames per second when you're just standing still. But when there's stuff on the screen, like you fight different enemies, you can see it drops somewhat. But especially when like it's like the big like kaiju or Titan type enemies, the frame rate drops to like 30 frames on some instances. So I'm probably gonna play this. I'm probably gonna play it at a smooth 30 frames per second and perform in the fidelity mode at this point when I play this game. So let me see. This is more as well. Like this, the performance mode is at 30. They're just crazy. Quality mode is at 30 and performance mode is at 30 on some scenes. So it's definitely all over the place in performance mode. But people are defending this, saying it's just a demo. It could be greatly improved, but I don't know. I don't really care at this point. Like you can see like this big kaiju battle. It drops to the 30s in performance mode as well. Um, so this is like I said before, this is another like Digital Foundry esque website. They do the comparisons, but once again, the comparisons only be used for console or nonsense. But like I said before, I like the story so far in this game. Like I said, there's a lot of different shows I like, and like it took elements from different shows I like. So, the story looks interesting to me so far. So I'm gonna pick it up. I think this game looks pretty cool. So, despite the frames per second performances and the people going back and forth using performance as like console war bait, I'm still gonna pick it up. But the guy from Digital Foundry, John Linneman, responding to like the discourse, the console war nonsense. Even though Digital Foundry plays a big part in the console war stuff, but okay. It's funny to see how he says, "I'm sad to see the other side is now dunking on the performance mode of Final Fantasy 16. Just constant escalation in these fan circles, unfortunately." Well, his whole channel like pretty much lends to that. It's just funny how he says this. So he says the PS5 VR support isn't great and this game doesn't use LFC, which is possible when supported. I recommend quality mode. Yeah, I'm just gonna go quality mode. That seems like that's the you get the if you're gonna play the game, might as well look at the best resolution possible if it's gonna dip anyway. So I'm probably gonna play it at the 4K settings at 30 frames per second. To be honest. You are a driving factor in the toxicity, so don't get mad now. I'm like, yeah, to be honest, they kind of are. They kind of are in a way. And he says, I don't think so. It's been there for decades, and games are just following political discourse and becoming more toxic. Once again, their company plays a big part in the toxicity between this whole frames per second nonsense and the console war stuff. So, um, so this guy says, Final Fantasy 16 on PS5 will be just fine. The games on Xbox that needs the most help with Series S holding them back. Once with that dumb narrative that the Series S is holding back gaming, really? I would be more concerned about what games you're getting on PlayStation first party wise and see what games the Series S is holding back. Like, shouldn't that be a bigger concern to Sony guys? Like, what games do you have next year? Big first party games you got next year. I, Besides just like trashing the Series S, I would think that'd be a big concern. It's also absurd. As someone who plays almost exclusively on Xbox these days, I still find Final Fantasy 16 and all the others to be the best possible game it can be. Awesome games on all platforms is also for gaming, period. Yeah, at the end of the day, you want these companies just to make great games. Like, honestly, that's what you really want, honestly, but it's just funny that Digital Foundry is saying like the console war stuff is bad when it's like their company is a big contributing factor to the console wars nowadays. So tribalism is human nature for better, not really, or worse. Major problem I have with the game discussion in general is that it's so consumed by people who just want to prove their favorite console, game, developer, etc. is better than the rest than people looking to actually have fruitful discussions. It's also tired and embarrassing, really. Don't people just want to enjoy crap anymore? That is true to an extent because, like, even I thought the Xbox Showcase was amazing. There's still people trashing Xbox Showcase saying that showcase was awful and Microsoft is just a bad company. It's like, really? What more do Microsoft need to show you for you to be convinced that they got good games? So people are still trashing Xbox Showcase. So no matter what, people are legit going to pick a side and trash the other side regardless. Like they just can't give Microsoft props for anything. I can at least give Sony props for if they got a game coming on their platform I want to play, but they just can't do the same at this point. Like Sony guys cannot do the same. Like they're trashing Starfield, and it's like really you don't like. It's just a mess at this point. But those are the console wars for you. These people sound like they don't even want to play video games. I'm old school, so I feel to say how this matters to an extent. If I'm playing a game, I'm enjoying frame rate would be the last thing I think about out of all of it. Yeah, I mean to an extent, like a game not being as 60 as an end all be all as some people make it out to be. Like I'm still gonna play Final Fantasy 16. I'm gonna enjoy it. Still gonna play Starfield, even though it's not a 60. I'm gonna enjoy it. So at the end of the day, just play video games here, people. Don't get it wrapped up in this whole 60 frames per second. Every game must be a 60 thing, or you're just gonna miss out on a lot of great games. So I'm gonna include it right here. Um, so this will give you an update about the Final Fantasy 16 so far. They can probably do a patch to make it run a lot better, but for right now, this game is definitely having issues in the performance mode so far. Like it's dropping as low as 30 frames on some instances, especially when it's like these big boss battles. So just giving you a heads up if you're picking up this game. You're probably the average person. You probably don't care, but if you do care, just let you know it does drop. So, but definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like for this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.